Paint has circles my thoughts like a slow-moving tide. Settling into contours I didn't notice before. There's a gentle rearranging happening inside me. Quiet but unmistakable, as though pieces reshaping the edges of my day without asking permission. Begin to release, loosening like knots, softened by one. Their urgency fades and what remains feels lighter than expected. A subtle reminder that not everything demands my strength to hold. A steady calm rises from a place I wasn't aware still existed. It grows like an unseen current, guiding my emotions toward a softness I haven't felt in a while. Your care traces past through my spirit in ways my mind can't quite name. Thoughts that once crowded for space slow down enough for clarity to surface. Not the clarity of answers, but the clarity of being held in a way that doesn't depend on my understanding of the moment. Inside this slowing rhythm, I sense a deep steadiness forming, not from routine, but from the quiet certainty that your kindness remains constant, even when my focus falters. The world outside continues its patterns, but in this pocket of stillness, time feels softened, shaped into something gentle enough to carry my burden safely. Peace doesn't arrive in a rush, it settles like calm weather after rain, transforming the atmosphere around me with a patience that mirrors your love. And in that patient calm, my spirit rests without fear.
Soft traces of evening thought shift within me. Not like silence, not like calm, but more like a gentle rearranging of everything that felt scattered. Your presence doesn't arrive in a familiar form. It moves through my awareness like a quiet understanding I didn't expect.
Layers of the day rise in fragments, but they no longer compete for my attention. They fall into place as if guided by hands that see more clearly than I do.
What once felt tangled now feels quietly reorganized into something I can breathe alongside. Subtle reassurance forms, not warm, not bright, but steady like a firm hand resting on the back of an anxious mind.
Doesn't erase anything, it simply gives each emotion
A space where it no longer overwhelms. Thoughts shift direction, turning toward a softness that wasn't there before. They stop pushing, stop demanding answers, and instead become small enough to rest in the truth that you remain constant even when I'm not. Spaciousness unfolds, stretching gently beneath my ribs. It creates room for strength I didn't know I still carry. Your care doesn't rush to fix me. It sits with me until my burdens loosen on their own. The world outside might still be loud, but its noise doesn't penetrate here. There is a deeper quietness, not imposed but grown, like an environment crafted specifically to hold weariness without judgment. Within that wear shelter, the edges of my worry soften. Your faithfulness settles into my awareness like a truth I cannot unlearn. You remain my grounding, even when everything else shifts under my feet.
gradual sense of openness forms within me, as though my thoughts have stepped into a wider field where nothing competes for attention. The shift is subtle, but its gentleness carries a depth that begins to steady what felt unsettled. Memories of the day return in small shapes, not sharp, not demanding, just remnants drifting without urgency. They seem lighter now, as if your care has rearranged their weight in ways I could not manage alone. An inner warmth begins to ripple outward, not tied to emotion, but to a recognition that I am held, even in the pieces I don't fully understand. Your guidance doesn't force its way, it moves like a quiet certainty beneath the surface of my thoughts. Something in me loosens when I sense this kind of steadiness. The inner noise that once pulled me in every direction slows into something manageable, something that makes room for a peace I didn't know I still had access to. A new clarity settles near my spirit, telling me without words that you remain close in ways I rarely notice. Your constancy becomes the backdrop to every fragile part of me, holding things together from the inside out. The world beyond this moment keeps turning, but here, in this inward stillness, I realize how deeply your protection surrounds my steps, not as a shield I see, but as a foundation beneath what I feel. As this sense settles deeper, I'm reminded that trust isn't built in loud moments, but in quiet reassurance that returns again and again. Evidence of a love that does not shift with circumstance.
Gentle awareness rises within me, not as silence, but as a kind of spaciousness, forming between one thought and another. It feels like the mind's landscape widening, making room for something steady to take its rightful place. Moments from earlier appear like distant silhouettes, the details softened by time rather than emotion. They flowed without argument, as though your guidance has already found the proper order for each concern I carry.
An inward steadiness begins to unfold, almost like discovering a hidden rhythm beneath everything I assumed was noise. It doesn't rush or command, it simply exists, a quiet signal that you are closer than I realize.
Subtle currents of reassurance move through the places I often keep guarded. They stretch gently, not to expose, but to make space for hope that had dimmed unnoticed. A new composure settles over my thoughts, changing the way I inhabit this moment. The world's urgency fades to a distant murmur, losing its power to dictate the pace of my heart. Your constancy becomes more real than the day's uncertainties ever were. An inward rest begins to shape itself, not dependent on circumstances, but drawn from the quiet conclusion that you remain unshaken. Even the fears I never voiced feel smaller beneath that truth, as if anchored by a presence that refuses to shift. In this gentle grounding, my spirit leans without effort. There is no striving, no reaching, only the steady confidence that you hold what I cannot, and that nothing escapes the safety of your care.
Like a soft rearrangement of thoughts, I no longer rush toward the edge of my attention. There is a kind of inner room expanding, shaped not by absence of noise, but by the sense that you drawing near in ways I cannot measure. Small recollections of the day hover briefly, their details fade rise gently, as if guided out of focus by a wisdom I trust, but cannot see. Gradual calm stretches through my mind, not smooth, but steady enough to anchor me. It feels like the beginning of something larger than understanding, a reassurance quietly threading through the fabric of my thoughts. Where tension once gathered, a softer presence now stands. It doesn't erase anything, it simply shifts the tone of my inner world, making space for the certainty that I am not left to navigate alone. The tempo of the moment changes, slowing into a rhythm that feels more human, more livable. Unspoken concerns lose their urgency as your care slips beneath them, lifting what I could not carry well. What surrounds me grows gentler, though nothing outward has changed. The shift happens inside, a subtle recognition that your steadiness outlasts every uncertainty I held today. From this place, a quiet confidence begins to rise, not loud or triumphant, but resolute. It reminds me that your protection meets every fragile part of me, long before fear finds its voice.
A subtle recognition rises in me, not tied to emotion or memory, but to a sense of being quietly supported in ways I rarely pause long enough to notice. It feels like finding a doorway in a place I thought was solid wall. Unexpected yet strangely fitting, pieces of the day returning uneven shapes, not demanding interpretation, just appearing long enough to remind me they existed. Their edges seem less defined now, as if your guidance has softened what once pressed too sharply. An unfamiliar steady It simply becomes part of the inner ground I'm standing on, firm without drawing attention. Emotions I tucked away earlier rise to the surface without resistance. They feel lighter, not because they change, but because your presence gives them room to breathe. Without overwhelming my spirit, a new rhythm forms beneath my awareness. Not slow, not fast, just balanced enough to remind me that rest
doesn't require perfect circumstances.
it grows from trust, quiet and steady. The world beyond this moment moves with its usual urgency, yet it no longer dictates the pace of my thoughts. Your constancy shifts the center of everything, turning rest into something accessible. Even in the midst of uncertainty, here in the subtle interior calm, I realize I am held by more than hope, by a faithfulness that remains unchanged. Even when my confidence wavers, a strange kind of being begins forming inside me, not arriving all at once, but unfolding in thin layers that feel almost unfamiliar. It's as though my thoughts have stepped into a softer landscape where nothing needs to be hurried forward. Earlier moments surface briefly, then dissolve before they settle. Small reminders that the day has passed without needing my permission to end. Their heaviness doesn't remain, it drifts away naturally, as if carried by a wisdom beyond my reach. A grounded certainty rises quietly, steady in a way that does not require understanding. It spreads through the tension I usually keep hidden, dismantling its hold without any force at all. Inner questions that once felt heavy now land more gently, not resolved but no longer threatening. Your care seems to wrap around them in a way that invites patience instead of worry. The space within me rearranges subtly, making room for a
doesn't reach the part of me who's steady. This inward refuge isn't loud, isn't bright, but it holds a strength that outlasts the uncertainties of the day. In that steadying presence, the edges of fear retreat. What once felt impossible now seems simply out of my hands, and safely so. Your faithfulness creates a place where my spirit can finally rest.
There's a quiet formation taking shape inside me, not born from silence, but from a sense of being steadied in places I didn't realize were trembling. It arrives without ceremony, as though strength has been quietly waiting for permission to surface. Thoughts drift through like scattered notes, each one carrying a trace of the day, but none holding the power they carry before now. They appear, but dissolve before becoming burdens, as if your guidance has sifted them into something far less heavy. A new inner tone emerges, subtle but unmistakable, as if my spirit is learning a rhythm it had long forgotten. It's not peace in the usual sense, but a grounded awareness that gives the moment shape and feelings I set aside earlier step forward without overwhelming me. They sit gently in my awareness, lighter somehow, like they've been cushioned by something larger than my own ability to cope. Your care wraps around them without demanded resolution. The pace within me recalibrates, slowing into a cadence that feels sustainable. It doesn't erase the layers of the day, but it places them where they no longer overtake my breathing. Your steadiness becomes a backdrop strong enough to hold their weight. Around me, everything retains its normal shape, yet something essential has changed internally. It's as though a foundation I didn't know I needed has been quietly laid beneath my thoughts, making room for us that isn't fragile or fleeting. In this subtle transformation, I recognize a truth that steadies more than emotion, that your faithfulness remains even when I feel uncertain, carrying me with a strength that doesn't rely on my own.
whisper rises like a soft candle flame, resting gently on the promise you made. In the secret spaces of her longing heart, she breathes slow, letting every worry fall, one by one, like petals drifting into still water, trusting that you hold each fragile heart with tenderness deeper than the quiet around her. She lays her head upon the hope you give, feeling the hush of your nearness settling, like warm light folding around her soul. No shadow can linger where your peace arrives, and no fear can grow where your truth remains. She lets the rhythm of your mercy guide her, like a calm river moving through midnight valleys, steady, faithful, unwavering in its course. Her voice, soft as drifting mist, whispers gratitude into the dim light. For you have heard every silent prayer, long before her lips could shape the words. You lift her spirit with gentle hands, quieting every trembling thought until her breath aligns with your heartbeat, slow, peaceful, surrendered fully. She closes her eyes beneath the comfort of the refuge you promised long ago, letting your presence be her covering, her resting place, her sheltering place. And as the world fades into gentle blur, she knows you watch through the night, guiding her dreams with holy calm, holding her safely in the cradle of love.
As the night settles over the quiet, a gentle calm moves through his spirit, drawing him into the stillness you prepare for those who seek refuge in your presence. He lets the weight of the day fall softly away, trusting that every burden he rest safely in the hands of the one who never grows weary of guarding his children. He listens for the subtle echoes of your mercy, finding comfort in the way you speak. Through the silence, through the breath, through the steady rhythm of a heart held securely in your everlasting peace. Each thought that once stirred with restlessness slowly unwinds as he remembers your promises, promises that stretch further than the horizon, and sink deeper than the foundations of the earth. Breathing gently, he allows your nearness to wrap around him like a warm covering, shielding him from the cold winds of fear and the shadows that try to rise in the night. Your truth becomes the calmness in his bones, a steadying presence that quiets every doubt, guiding his soul into peaceful surrender. He knows that you hear before he calls, and you answer before he understands. With closed eyes and an open heart, he reflects on the kindness you've shown, kindness that met him in hidden valleys, held him through storms he could not name, lifted him when strength was distant. Tonight he lies beneath the safety of your gentle watchfulness, resting in the assurance that you remain his guardian, his refuge, his unshakable hope. And as he drifts toward quiet dreams, he finds solace in the truth that your light never dims, your love never wavers, and your peace is a constant river flowing through even the darkest hours.
Gentle quiet, it settles around her spirit like a tender blanket woven from your compassion. She pauses in the dim glow of evening, letting every remaining thought drift slowly away as she turns her heart toward the sound of your reassuring she felt small beneath the weight of life. How you guided her footsteps when paths grew narrow, and held her steady when uncertainty rose. Like a heavy tide around her chest, your faithfulness becomes the soft rhythm that quiets her soul tonight. A comforting whisper reminding her that she is never left alone in the dark. As her breathing deepens, she feels a gentle warmth settle across her thoughts, a peace that flows like quiet water through every space where worry once lived. You gather her fears without condemnation, holding them with a kindness that dissolves what she cannot release on her own. In your hands, even her fragile moments become places where grace is born anew. She lets her eyelids soften, resting in the certainty that you see her fully. Every sigh, every hope, every silent plea. Your presence becomes her sanctuary, a safe refuge untouched by the noise of the world. And as she drifts towards sleep, she trusts that you stand watch over the night, guiding her dreams with gentle light, and filling her rest with a quiet joy of knowing she is held, cherished and kept by you.
Under the dim hush of evening, he finds himself sinking slowly into the gentle atmosphere of rest that begins to rise around him. There is a calm unfolding in his chest, a quiet reminder that even in silence, your presence is steady, near, and tender toward every weary place within him. He welcomes the stillness like a friend who understands what words cannot express. He thinks back on moments when confusion clouded his vision, and discouragement sat heavily on his shoulders. Yet even then you were the light waiting for the right breath, the right moment to lift the shadows from his path. Tonight, that same light rests over him, soft and reassuring, drawing him into the safety of your peace. As his thoughts soften, he feels the weight of the day loosen its grip, melting into the quiet rhythm of your faithful nearness. You gather the pieces of his unrest with a gentleness that calms his spirit, turning the noise of his inner world into a slow, steady whisper of hope. Your mercy becomes the melody, guiding him into deeper rest. With each breath, he entrusts more of himself into your hands, knowing you are the keeper of his night, the guardian of his dreams, the one who never slumbers or turns away. He settles beneath the covering of your promise, letting the warmth of your love be the last thought he carries before drifting into sleep. And as he closes his eyes, he knows he is safe, held by a peace that only you can give.
Gentle glow lingers over her thoughts tonight, a soft illumination that settles deep within. As she slows her breathing in the quiet, there is no rush, no expectation, only the tender draw close when the world grows still. She lets her mind drift like a leaf on calm water, unhurried, unburdened, resting in the assurance of your steady presence. She remembers the times when her steps felt uncertain and the path ahead seemed blurred by worry. Yet even then, you guided her with kindness that never withdrew, whispering direction into her spirit when she lacked the strength to lift her eyes on her own. Tonight that same kindness wraps around her soul like warm light, reminding her that she is never unseen. As soft harmonies rise within her imagination, she feels her heart slow its pace, sinking beautifully with the peace you provide. Every lingering small, dissolving gently beneath the certainty of your love. She closes her eyes fully now, allowing the stillness to deepen. Your presence becomes the safe place where she can finally release every concern, every plan, every silent plea. The soft echo of your promises becomes the final lullaby, singing her into rest. And as she drifts toward peaceful dreams, she knows you are watching, steady and unwavering, guiding her through the night with tender, everlasting care. Softness gathers around them tonight, shared quiet that settles gently over both hearts as the rose. Neither speaks yet both sense the same peace. Calm that rises like slow dawnlight, touching the edges of tired thoughts. They breathe in unison, letting the weight of the day fall into the silent shade by your presence. He remembers how often your strength carried him when his own steps faltered, how your hand lifted the burden he didn't know how to release. Beside him she reflects on the moments when your voice became the gentle compass, guiding her out of hidden valleys. Together they rest in the truth that you have been faithful to both in ways quiet and profound. Their voices blend softly in the stillness, not in song, but in unspoken gratitude. Your mercy becomes a soft foundation beneath their breathing, steady, unwavering, like a slow-moving river that refuses to cease its flow. Every lingering worry loosens under your touch, melting into the peace that only you can sustain through the night. As they settle deeper into rest, they feel your nearness, like warm light gathering at their feet, slowly rising, wrapping around them with gentle reassurance. You guard the spaces they cannot guard themselves, watching over dreams, calming restless thoughts, breathing quiet into the deepest corners of each heart. And as sleep peace becomes their shelter, and your love their final thought before drifting into quiet dreams. A gentle stillness rises within her as the night settles softly across the room, bringing with it a quiet she has longed for through the noise of the day. She feels her shoulders loosen, her breath lengthen, as if her whole being recognizes that this moment was made for rest. In the shelter of your presence, she reflects on the countless ways your guidance has carried her, sometimes through wide, peaceful paths, other times through narrow spaces where light seemed hard to find. Yet even in the dimmest valleys, you remained a steady companion, a whisper of reassurance that touched her heart when she felt too tired to continue. Now in this calm night air, she senses your nearness, settling over her like a warm covering. Each lingering worry releases its hold, slipping gently into your hands that never grow weary of holding her. You gather her scattered thoughts with patient tenderness, quieting the places where restlessness once lived. She closes her eyes, letting her mind drift like a slow river, moving beneath the soft glow of moonlight. Your promises rise within her as gentle reminders, truths that anchor her spirit when doubts try to surface. In this silence she remembers that you are her keeper, the one who watches over her with unwavering devotion. As sleep begins to wrap around her, she surrenders fully to your care. Your peace becomes the final melody, echoing through her thoughts, steady and comforting, guiding her into the deep rest that only your presence can give. And in that rest she finds a quiet joy blooming again, renewed by the certainty that you stay beside her through the night.
light fade. He feels a deep quiet beginning to unfold inside the spaces that were tense and tight. There is a soft rhythm in the air tonight, a sense that you have drawn near to steady his thoughts and ease the weight he can no longer carry alone. The room grows still, and in that stillness his heart begins to slow. He recalls moments throughout the day when worries pressed heavily against his chest, when his strength seemed small compared to the demands around him. Yet even then you were present, not loudly, not urgently, but like a steady hand resting on his back, reminding him that he is never left to navigate the storms on his own. Every memory of your faithfulness becomes a quiet lantern within him. As he settles deeper into the calm, his breathing softens, each inhale drawing in peace, each exhale releasing strain. Your nearness feels like a warm tide, washing gently over the fears he didn't know how to put in words. You soothe the silent battles, the hidden tension, the thoughts he keeps tucked away, where only you can reach. Closing his eyes, he allows your promises to echo softly through his mind. Not rushed, not forced, but drifting like slow-moving light across the horizon of his soul. He rests in the truth that you are his refuge, his shelter in the quiet hours, his keeper through the deepest parts of the night. And as sleep begins to take hold, he lets go with full surrender, trusting that you remain close, watching, guarding, comforting until morning rises again. In this peace he finds renewal, a gentle restoration that only your love can offer.
Quiet shimmer rests over her spirit as she settles into the slow breath of evening. The room feels wrapped in a gentle hush, as though the night itself has paused to make space for the peace you bring. She feels the air soften around her, carrying away the last fragments of strain that clung to her through the day. In this tender calm. She leans into the warmth of your presence. She thinks of the moments when her voice trembled with uncertainty, when her heart felt fragile beneath the weight of thoughts she never spoke aloud. Yet you were there, steady, patient, unshaken, drawing near to her quiet ache with kindness that never dims each memory of your care. Becomes a soft glow rising within her, illuminating the shadows that once felt too heavy to name. As a gentle choir of calm rises in her chest, she senses your peace settling deeper with every breath. The lingering tension loosens slowly, like knots releasing beneath warm water. You gather her scattered worries with a tenderness only you can offer, turning them into something small, something no longer able to disturb the stillness you provide. She closes her eyes fully and lets your promises drip through her mind, like soft lanterns floating across dark water. Each truth settles gently, reminding her that she is held, protected by a love that watches faithfully through the night. As sleep draws near, she surrenders every remaining thought into your hands, hands that guard, comfort, and restore. And in the quiet that follows, she rests without fear, knowing you remain beside her until dawn finds her again.
Deep calm begins to form around him as he settles into the quiet hours of the night. There is no urgency in his breathing now, only the slow rhythm of a heart finding rest in the nearness of your presence. He feels the tension fade from his shoulders, like dust brushed gently from a worn path, leaving space for peace to fill places where strange ones live. He recalls moments from the day when thoughts press to heaven, when doubts rose suddenly like unexpected winds against his chest. Yet even then, you stood steady beside him, offering a calm he could not find alone. Your voice, soft, unwavering, guided his steps when strength wavered, reminding him that no burden is ever carried without your hand beneath it. As the night deepens, his mind drifts into a slow, soothing stillness. Every lingering worry loosens under the weight of your compassion, melting like frost touched by warm morning light. You gather the fragmented pieces of his restless thoughts, reshaping them into quiet trust that settles gently across his weary soul. He closes his eyes, letting each breath draw him deeper into the sanctuary of your peace. Your promises echo softly within him, not loud, not urgent, just steady enough to anchor his spirit in hope. He rests in the truth that you watch over him faithfully, guarding the night with a love that never weakens, never drifts away. And as sleep begins to rise like a gentle tide, he surrenders fully to your care. Your presence becomes a fine comfort, the last warm thought he carries before a dream quietly unfolds.
There is a soft, quiet unfolding within her as she lies down and lets the night embrace the room. A gentle breath moves through her chest, steady and slow, as if her soul finally found a moment to exhale the weight it carried through the day. Nothing around her demands attention now, only the soft pull of rest and the peaceful awareness that you are near. She recalls the unseen moments pressed heavily on her heart, when her thoughts scattered like dry leaves caught in a sudden wind. But even in those unseen valleys, you whisper calmness into her spirit, guiding her back to safety with a tenderness she could feel but could not fully describe. Your care wrapped around her quietly, teaching her again that she never walks alone. As the silence deepens, she feels your presence settling like warm light across her mind. Worries that clung stubbornly to her begin to loosen, falling away with each slow breath she takes. You gather every fragile thought she hides, holding them with patience that asks for nothing in return. In your hands, even her weariness becomes a place where peace can grow. She closes her eyes completely now, letting your promises drift through the quieter spaces of her heart. Each truth sinks gently, as if carried by soft waves across a calm midnight sea. You are her refuge, the steady guardian of her night, the one who keeps watch when she no longer can. And as sleep begins to cradle her softly, she releases every burden into your keeping. Your love becomes the final warmth she feels, guiding her into deep, untroubled rest, until morning light returns.
A gentle calm settles over him as he finds his place in the stillness of night. The quiet around him feels like a soft curtain drawn slowly across the room, separating the weight of the day from the peace that begins to rise within. He lets his breathing slow, each inhale gathering the remnants of strength, each exhale releasing into the safety of your presence. He remembers moments when questions press hard against his heart, when the path ahead seemed dim and strength felt distant. Yet even in those hidden struggles, you stood beside him, not with force, but with a quiet reassurance that met him in the spaces he couldn't express aloud. Your guidance came gently, like a soft hand, steady in his ground beneath him felt unsteady. As the night deepens, a warm sense of rest rises within him, wrapped in the awareness that you are attentive to every whisper of his soul. The noise of lingering thoughts fades slowly, melting into the hush that only your peace can create. You gather every scattered worry, holding them with the patience that never wears thin. With his eyes closed, he lets your promises drift through his mind. Slow, steady, settling like soft embers glowing in the dark. Your truth becomes an anchor, lifting the heaviness from his spirit and replacing it with quiet confidence in your love. And he rests knowing that you are his keeper through the night, watching with unwavering care. And as sleep begins to draw him inward, he surrenders fully to your hands. Your presence becomes his comfort, the final warmth that guides him into peaceful, untroubled rest.
A gentle ease begins to fill her room as she settles into the hush of the evening. No sound presses for her attention, no thought races ahead, only a quiet unfolding. As the world around her grows still, she lets her hands rest softly, feeling the slow release of tension that had clung to her through the day. In this soft silence, she becomes aware of your nearness. She thinks back on moments when her heart felt tight with worry, when she tried to carry more than her strength could hold. Yet even then you met her faithfully, offering peace that gently broke through the heaviness within. Your comfort did not rush in, but arrived in tender waves, guiding her back to a calm she could not create on her own. As the night deepens around her, she senses your presence settling like warm light on her chest. guides her spirit with gentle certainty. She closes her eyes fully, letting your promises float through the quiet spaces of her mind. They come like soft echoes, not loud, not forceful, but steady enough to anchor her heart. You are her refuge, the keeper of her rest, the one who watches even when she sleeps without awareness. And as drowsiness begins to wrap around her, she gives herself completely to your care. Your peace becomes the final warmth that settles over her, guiding her into deep and untroubled sleep until the morning light returns.
Soft weightlessness drips over him as he settles into the quiet of the night. The room grows dim and peaceful, and the rush of the day slowly fades like distant echoes losing strength. He allows his breath to find its rhythm, steady and unhurried, letting each exhale carry away what no longer needs to be held. In this gentle stillness, he senses your presence drawing near. He remembers times when uncertainty clouded his path, when his heart felt heavy under thoughts he struggled to name. Yet even then you were close, patiently guiding him through moments he barely understood. Mercy never pressed him forward, but instead lifted him softly, reminding him that he was never walking without your hand beside him. Tonight, as the quiet deepens, a slow peace begins to rise from within, spreading warmth across the spaces where weariness had settled. Every lingering tension unwinds beneath the calm you bring, loosening its grip. Like shadows fading at dawn, you collect his scattered worries and hold them with tenderness, transforming restlessness into quiet reassurance. With his eyes closed, your promises drift gently see through the silence of his thoughts. They come like soft lanterns glowing along a darkened path. Steady and unwavering, he rests in the truth that you watch over him, that your presence remains even in the hours when he has no strength left to speak. As sleep begins to approach like a slow comforting tide, he surrenders completely to your faithful care. Your peace becomes the final embrace, guiding him into deep, restoring and a gentle breath of peace drips into the room as she settles beneath the softness of night. Nothing feels rushed here, the quiet moves slowly, like a delicate veil resting over her thoughts. She lets her hands relax at her sides, feeling the warm calm that begins to spread across her chest with each steady breath she takes. In this stillness, she becomes more aware of the quiet ways you draw. She remembers the moments when her heart felt divided, pulled between worry and hope, trying to understand paths that seem tangled and unclear. Yet even then you whispered guidance into the edges of her confusion, a steady voice that gently anchored her when her emotions felt unsettled. Your presence became a shelter, not loud, not forceful, but tender enough to steady her trembling places. As the night deepens, she senses you lifting the weight from the corners of her mind. The tension she carried unknowingly begins to dissolve, melting like soft wax beneath the warmth of a flame. You gather every stray thought and hold it with kindness, turning fear into trust and restlessness into calm. She closes her eyes and lets your promises glow softly within her quiet heart. Each one a gentle reminder that she is seen, protected, and deeply loved. Your truth becomes her anchor, her
to embrace her. She surrenders fully to the peace you offer. Your presence becomes the final comfort, wrapping around her spirit, guiding her into deep, renewing rest that only your love can give.
A quiet heaviness begins to lift from his chest as he settles into the cool, calm air of the night. The world around him grows still, as if everything has paused long enough for his soul to finally breathe freely. He lets his shoulders soften, feeling the slow release of thoughts he held tightly through the day. In the gentle hush, he senses your peaceful presence, resting like a soft glow over him. He reflects on the moments when his spirit felt troubled, when questions pressed hard against the fragile corners of his mind. Yet even in those silent battles you were present, steady, patient, unwavering. Your guidance reached him quietly, not through thunder or urgency, but through a calm that touched the deepest layers of his heart. You reminded him in ways only you can that he is never left to carry his burdens alone. As the night deepens, his breath moves with gentle ease. Each inhale drawing in your peace, each exhale releasing the remnants of worry he no longer needs. You gather the pieces of his restless thoughts, placing them gently into a stillness shaped by your mercy. Your presence becomes a refuge where heaviness dissolves and hope rises again. With closed eyes, he lets your promises settle like warm light through the quiet spaces of his soul. Every word brings comfort, grounding his heart in the certainty of your care. You are his keeper, his shelter in the silent hours, the one who watches faithfully while he rests in vulnerability. And as sleep comes softly, wrapping around him like a slow tide, He releases every remaining thought into your loving hands. Your peace becomes his final anchor, guiding him into deep, restoring rest until morning light returns. A gentle stillness begins to form around them as the night settles softly across the room. Neither rushes to speak. The quiet itself feels like a gift, a tender blanket laid over their tired thoughts, their breath slow in unison. Each inhale deeper than the last, each exhale releasing fragments of the day they no longer need to hold. In this shared silence, they sense your presence, drawing near like warm, steady light. She recalls how you guided her through moments of uncertainty, offering direction when clarity seemed far from reach. Beside her, he remembers how your comfort found him in hours when strength felt distant and hope seemed faint. Together they recognize the quiet faithfulness that carried them through every unseen valley as they rest side by side. A soft calm rises between them, not forced, not hurried, but born from the assurance that you stand guard over their night. Worries loosen slowly, falling away like petals drifting from tired branches. You gather their unspoken concerns with tenderness deeper than neither of them can describe, turning their restlessness into quiet trust. Their eyes grow heavier as the space around them fills with blooming peace. Your promises echo gently through the quiet chambers of their hearts, lifting every lingering weight with steady, calming truth. You remind them that they are watched over, held and kept in love that never fades. And as sleep begins to wrap around them, they surrender fully to the shelter of your care. Your presence becomes their covering, their comfort, their soft and sacred rest until morning light returns.
as she settles into the quiet corners of the night. The room feels gentle, unheard, as if time itself has slowed to let her heart finally breathe freely. She closes her eyes for a moment, allowing the day to fall away like dust shaken from tired hands. In this tender silence, she senses your presence resting over her like warm light. She remembers the hours when her thoughts felt tangled, when worries spread like shadows across the landscape of her mind. Yet even then you were there, not far off, not distant, but quietly drawing near to soften her restless spirit. Your guidance came in small, steady hints of peace, leading her through uncertainty with patience that held her firmly. As the quiet deepens around her, she feels her breathing slow, each inhale gathering your comfort, each exhale releasing what no longer belongs in her heart. You lift the weight she didn't realize she carried, collecting every unspoken fear and holding it with a gentleness that eases the deepest tension. Your peace settles within her like calm water smoothing its surface. She lets her mind drift into the softness of your promises, truths that feel like lanterns glowing in the stillness of night. Every word becomes an anchor, steadying her emotions with a quiet certainty that she is seen and protected by a love that never wavers. And as sleep approaches like a slow warm tide, she releases every lingering thought into your faithful care. Your presence becomes her final comfort, guiding her into deep restoring rest until morning gently turns.
A gentle quiet gathers around him as the night settles softly across the room. He sits for a moment in the dim glow, letting letting the cool air brush lightly against the edges of his tired thoughts.